All right, so this is John Peterson, and you had 5 missions in 1945 over Japan, and that was right at the end of the war then.
Well, before the atomic bomb.
Yeah, and you flew out of Guam as a flight engineer on a B29.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying you had to ditch the plane?
Yeah. Kamikaze, when we was over Tokyo,
yeah,
we firebombed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you on the firebombing mission?
Yeah. Kamikaze came right at the tail end.
Yeah.
Took them off.
Did the plane keep flying, or did you go down then?
No. We went down, and the captain I had was a guy by the name of Dempsey. I'll never forget that name because the gangster.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Chicago
yeah,
Dempsey.
yeah.
You know.
Why did you come to sales?
So you ditched in the ocean and you survived it, or?
We came over Tokyo Bay and took us out. The captain took it down over the water because he knew that they're not going to bother us
Well, of course. When would you have time?
that low down.
Yeah.
So then we got out over the Pacific and we headed for home.
And I don't want to have, I mean, once in a while, but I don't want it to always be every Monday.
Did you make it back to Guam?
All the way back.
Holy cow, that's a long way.
I lost one engine. I lost number 3.
I'm thinking of that too.
We didn't have no hydraulics.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. They would. Ready to go. Yeah.
So, no landing gear. So
One of my friends
he put it on the reef,
Off the island.
Coral Island.
Yeah,
Coral
yeah,
Reef.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you ditched it in the water.
Yeah.
Did you stay with the plane or bail out?
We got out of the airplane and out of the wing. They came out from a boat
Yeah.
and took us off.
I'll bet there's pictures of that somewhere. Yeah. Did you you never wrote up any of your experiences of that? Huh. Did you go to any reunions, or did your crew stay together? Yeah.
I'd like to forget it.
Yeah. Was that your last mission?
Yeah. I got the power levers.
I haven't seen her in how long?
It's 29.
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
Power levers sitting out right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's the last time we ended up.
Are you going to make it for our
And we had
anniversary?
Badges for
10 year?
retirements, you know,
Delta badges.
Delta badges.
But
Yeah, and I had.
I caught the power levers
Yeah, that was the last time.
in the
Why didn't you
chest.
tell me we could
The
have gone
ditch.
there?
Oh.
But I suppose we wouldn't be in the same place.
Well, no, because you're going.
So you had an injury.
Broke me up.
Yeah. Did you get a Purple Heart then? Oh, yeah, okay. But,
Yeah, we got these.
Ones that were sick.
yeah. So that laid you up, though, I bet. Getting,
But they fired me.
In
Called
case
me
you
all
need
the
to
way
show
home.
it for
travel.
yeah, for hotels or something.
Yeah.
If you want
now, do you remember what month or when that all? March of 45. So the firebombing was April, wasn't it? Something like that.
Didn't I?
And were you on the first one over Tokyo with the night thing with the incendiaries, or were you later?
I don't know.
Delta's.
Yeah. Well, I know a guy that was on the second night, and he's still alive. He lives in Minneapolis. His name's Clinton Benedict Johnson. He's still alive, and he Clinton B. Johnson. He goes by Clint or Clinton, and he was a B-29 bombardier. navigate a bombardier, but he's still around, and he was on the same, mission, I guess, as you were. He said it was quite scary because it was at night, and the planes sometimes would get off course. And he had all kinds of stories about how the close calls and stuff. So. Now, flight engineer, were you sort of at the panel the whole time, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were watching the gas.
My back was to the co-pilot.
Yeah, you didn't have a window, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
I could see number 3 engine.
Yeah. Well, could you see anything that was going on with the ground, or smell any of the smoke or any of that stuff? Yeah.
6369.
Now, did you do your training in where, Amarillo?
Randolph.
Randolph, okay, in San Antonio. And then did you go to cruise control school at Hondo or any of that? Or?
No. We took the whole training right there in Randolph.
Okay, so you could actually get trained. That's very interesting. I did not know that. You could do the whole sort of basic and advanced training at Randolph Field.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, we got a few.
I mean, I didn't see her boy.
They didn't run too many through.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, because I think Amarillo they were doing some, and Hondo had some that had the advanced cruise control school, but that might have been after you were going through. I think they trained 4,000 flight engineers eventually.
Oh, yeah.
For about 2,000 B29s. So. Well, have you been on any of those honor flights to Washington or any of that? You just soon forget it, huh?
Right.
Well, did you get home and did they give you like a discharge pretty quickly then?
Oh, yeah.
And were you laid up with this injury from the crash?
I just looked.
Yeah.
So he was 19.
Yeah, that was
That was 3 weeks ago.
So when did you get out? It was at
December 5th.
really? Okay.
45.
And did they discharge you where? Where did you get discharged at? Sioux Falls?
Alrighty.
No.
Thanks, Betty.
See, they brought me all the way back to the hospital in Randolph.
Okay.
Because Randolph Field Hospital
Yeah.
was the hospital
Okay.
Yeah.
as far as the Air Force.
Or
Yeah.
82, yeah. Oh, I like 84 better.
How did they treat you at Randolph? Was the hospital care good?
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to recover from this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Got
okay.
me
So
back
take
here.
her. Well, she'll see. Well, otherwise, or I'll see her. It doesn't matter. But I'm not paying for hers. Yeah.
I guess I got out of the hospital in June.
Oh, 46 then.
No, 45.
45. Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I went in.
Yeah.
The guys were.
Well, what did they have you doing between June and then December? Were you?
Laying in the hospital.
Yeah. Pretty hot down there, I suppose, in Texas.
Well,
No air conditioning back then, I suppose. Well, what do you remember the whatever the unit was that you were assigned to in Guam? Or
Dad, I'll be right back. I have to go upstairs and get our numbers. They're in their car, and then I'll take your other oxygen. Okay? See you later.
Okay.
I'll come with Carol over and visit you.
You will, huh?
Yep.
You think I'll let you in?
I think I'll figure a way to get in there.
Oh.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
so you were on Guam, and do you remember the unit or any of that stuff? All those numbers, I suppose, it's 70 years ago.
I've forgotten. It's just like I know a good share of the people that would hear,
Yeah.
because I started at Northwest in '41.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah,
Before Pearl Harbor.
before Pearl Harbor.
Uh-huh.
And I started in '41. Red Kennedy started the month after me.
Yeah. So then, did you go into the Army Air Corps, or?
I enlisted in October of '42.
Oh, okay. So you beat getting drafted later by doing that. Yeah.
I got sergeant stripes. I had both tickets,
Yeah.
aircraft tickets.
Now, were you in go through like college training detachment or any of that stuff? Where did you do your training?
Over the old East High School.
Yeah. Okay.
And NCAA. I can't remember.
Well, it's a long time ago, you know. I'd have a hard time remembering something 70 years ago. I'm not even that old yet. So, well, so at some point you probably went through San Antonio then.
Huh?
You went through San Antonio to
Oh yeah, I was.
yeah, spent a lot of time there.
I spent a lot of time in San Antonio.
Yeah. Well, when did you get sort of assigned to a B29 crew then? Would that have been in '43?
No, it was. Last of '44.
Oh, that okay.
Then they brought in, because they started the B29 deal at Randolph.
Yeah.
44.
Were you an aviation cadet first, or did you just go right into the technical training?
I just went. I was a mechanic.
Yeah.
So with Northwest.
Yeah. So they kind of assigned you to something that you already knew how to do. Yeah. And then after the war, you went back to Northwest and did mechanic work?
They had to give me my job back.
Oh, really? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
So you went back and got the same job back after the war?
Mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And how many years were you with Northwest?
40.
Oh, that's terrific. That's a long
I
time.
ended up with being the head of maintenance
Yeah.
for Northwestern.
Well, not many people have jobs anymore that last 40 years. You know, that's kind of
My daughter got 42 years with it.
with Northwest? Really? Huh. Well, that's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, did you keep in touch with any of the crew after your injury, or were they injured, or did they come out of it okay?
Some of them were injured.
Yeah.
And I lost track of all of them. I think they're all gone now.
Yeah. Now, maybe you told me this, but was there a name written on the B29?
Yeah. Urgent Virgin.
Oh, urgent.
Yeah, the Urgent Virgin.
We'll have to look that up.
Oh, boy.
They've got a lot of books on nose art of
Yeah,
the
they got quite a
B29s.
few.
Yeah. Steve Marks? Yeah.
He gave me a couple.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, a couple pictures.
Of your plane?
No, of Virgin.
Uh-huh.
Because mine went down in the
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah. Oh, it sank right away after the crash.
Same.
You know, there was a story that a B-29 went down and it floated, and a Japanese ship, a little boat came up and started towing it, and the submariners say that they saw this plane being towed, and they saw the plane first. They didn't realize what was going on. And so they went up to the surface and blew them all up and sank the ship and sank I guess the plane went down too. But the pressurized cabin kept the thing floating. At least that's a story. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard this from a couple of different places. So, well, what was it like on Guam? Did you have any experiences when you were there?
I was only there for a month.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember the other missions where you went besides Tokyo?
Because we left the States here.
Yeah.
And went straight to Guam.
Yeah.
And got us thing
Yeah.
to the outfit.
Did you have any pictures or anything, or you didn't take any photos when you were there? Well, there have been some videos have been emerging just in the last few years. There was one they posted on the internet that was of a rescue of a B29 that came in and had a crash landing, and one of the guys on the boats took color film of it. So that just popped up recently and within the last couple of years. So. Well, John, it's been great. I'm glad to meet you. I'm very interested in what you're having to say. So.
Where the hell are they getting all these chairs?
Well, they want to have a program, you know, that would be about that, and I think that'd be really interesting. If you'd be interested in doing that, you know. Do you remember the operation and what you did there? And everybody still remembers that, you know.
I didn't remember too much.
Oh, okay.
I forget. Easy.
Yeah. Well, if you go down.
There was that one Chinese fellow. Wasn't he Chinese? That one fellow that came in here that you came and talked to. His daughters brought him in.
Oh, he was stuck to
Not Stan. No, I'm not talking about him. That remember when that one woman came in and it was in the newsletter. And he worked at that modification. I can't remember what his name was, but he was here one day, and there were just a few of us here at the table, and he talked about his daughter brought him.
Yeah. Well, I hear a lot about the Modification Center from different sources. A lot of people remember that as being one of the big things that was done in the Twin Cities during the Second World War.
Yeah, I've got a story. The Mod Center we started it March 42. Was it March? Could be. I don't know. But anyway, they brought me in from Seattle.
Oh, really? You were out there?
That's where I hired on.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Oh, are you from Seattle originally?
No, I'm from Minneapolis.
Yeah.
But I was working for Boeing
Yeah. Really? Okay.
in 41. And the guy told me that Northwest was hiring.
Yeah.
So
Well, actually, this one's
during lunch, I went across the field, Boeing field, and
at least I could then tell them. I even saved the
asked him for a job.
So Northwest had an office right across the field from
yeah.
the Boeing plant? Huh.
That was the hangar,
Yeah.
you know, and
audio.
Were you working on what, 17s for Boeing then?
huh?
Were you working on B-17s for Boeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
When are we finished with this?
the British.
Yeah. Okay.
Shipping 17s to Britain. And
Then we all are. Yes. You wait, please.
We came over here. I can't remember the guy's name. He was a foreman
Where else would you get?
in Seattle.
Absolutely.
We made him a foreman in Seattle
27 went out.
to start the modification center.
So that also tells you that it was.
Yeah. Now, was that for B-24s or B-17s or? And they were putting.
B-25s.
Yeah. Oh, the B-25s also.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And were they putting the machine guns in, or what were they doing there?
Well, the airplanes were coming off the
You know,
different
when I did
places.
pre-flight, it was
Yeah.
never on, but it always take my flashlight because you know it was right at the upper end of it.
They had
so
no
that the door
armament
wouldn't
on
open
them.
much.
And we were
And I'd always
putting gun in
go up
places
and hit it
and,
with my
you know,
flashlight just to make sure it's
and,
The story I heard, it was designed by a mechanic.
we also
That's the story I
started,
heard.
that was later though,
But, you know, I'm sure there was
we started
quite an urban myth
putting,
about design. But that's like, you know, those, they had the pry bars for closing the Callahan on the
the bomb site.
That was designed
Oh, the Norden bomb site. So you put that in also?
AOG.
That was done over here in Minneapolis.
I didn't know that. Huh.
And the 24 was done over in St. Paul.
Yeah.
And we'd fly it over here to Minneapolis, get the bomb site on.
I never
And
got.
I never had one either.
I kept using an old screwdriver.
Honeywell hangar.
Yeah, the
We
screwdriver.
had a great big vault
Yeah.
down in the basement underneath that hangar that the bomb site was kept.
Yeah.
There was that,
Top secret.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, but
Well, I got,
we
there's a good vacuum cleaner in there.
also had
I mean, do we think we need to?
the
Well, I was gonna go get it and just zip it.
Yeah, I mean, while it's open like this,
Yeah.
we may as well.
I don't know. But anyway, we
Well, they did a lot of things then here. It was not only the armament; it
But
was the bomb site.
we started it in March, and I had a crew. I was made a crew chief over here, and at St. Paul.
Well, yeah, well, you're right about that, and I appreciate that. Actually,
I was cutting
turned out well.
pieces of sheet metal, from different places for the gun emplacement. And I just got a brand new
We're all ran
shears for, and that was electric. You just touch the floor and
It went right through.
she cut them.
Yeah.
But the thing, the knife would come down, but the head of the knife was a piece of metal came down in front of that to hold the metal.
Yeah.
So, along those lines,
Well, this was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was trying to get home
Oh, you had worked all night?
all night.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you worked as long as you could.
Yeah.
And the bar came down,
you know, I know you can put
Hit you?
came across my fingers.
I bet that hurt.
On this, yeah,
What did it damage your fingers for good, or what did
I
it?
got a
Oh yeah.
nail
Oh yeah.
there, not that one there, stiff.
Huh.
And, but, so that was a week before 4th of
Did you
July.
get through?
I just need to trade chairs with you.
Oh, okay.
So I'll put you in this one, I'll take that one. Okay.
Sure.
Thanks. Sorry to interrupt the video.
So that was before me.
Well, you had 2 major accidents. You had one in the B29 and one at the Mod Center. Huh.
Accidents, they came to me. But anyway, so I was out, I couldn't work.
Yeah.
Because I was all bandaged up.
Yeah.
And these bones were all smashed. So.
But it did. Was it functional afterward? Can you use your hands now, or? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well.
But anyway,
Well, listen, I got to run.